If Africa could effectively explore and harness her huge diaspora, no doubt this continent will witness growth and development in all spheres. Dr. Mohammed Endris, the Director General of the Ethiopia Diaspora Agency, stated this during a study tour of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission in Abuja. On today's episode of your favorite program, The Diaspora, we will focus on the study tour of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission by the 6-man delegation from the Ethiopia Diaspora Agency, without forgetting our diasporan of the moment. It promises to be an exclusive package. Please stay with your favorite program, The Diaspora, and I am your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission (NIDCOM), led by Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, has been commended by the Ethiopia Diaspora Agency for the wealth of knowledge, experiences, and success stories of Nigerians in the diaspora. Please enjoy the interaction.
The Ethiopian government has, a long years of experience in engaging the diaspora community. Under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, there has been a department, desk, Director General, and etc. for the last 17 years. We had a written diaspora policy since 2013, but in terms of a strong institutional approach, a streamlined approach to engage our diaspora in terms of in engaging them in the trade, investment, tourism, and especially in increasing the remittance, increasing the forex capacity of the country. We lack a kind of coordinated, well-organized institutional approaches, so that the Ethiopia, although we do have a long years of experience in terms of legal and institutional approach, but in terms of outcome, we really feel the gap. We really feel, we understand that there is a gap to be filled. There is an experience to be shared from other countries. So, the purpose of our visit is basically to strengthen the relationship between the two partner institutions, the two parallel institutions in Ethiopia and in Nigeria, and so that to create a bridge, to create a working platform to work together to strengthen both the diaspora engagement of the two countries, to strengthen maybe our efforts to work on African diaspora in general, so that we can have a more loud voice in engaging the African diaspora. So the purpose of our visit, how our Nigerians counterpart as a government and also as a commission, how you are dealing with your diaspora in engagement in trade, investment, tourism, in increasing forex, and also in the nation building process and basic other major investments and engagement area. So how you are dealing, how you are communicating with your diaspora, what kind of legal institutional frameworks do you have at home, how they are working, what are the challenges you are facing. Especially I think we are aware that you allow dual citizenship for your diaspora community, and it's a pertinent issue in our case. So far we are not allowing it for a lot of reasons. So we really want to share your experience. We really want to learn how it went through, how was the challenge, how was the prospect, and the opportunity in doing that, and of course the process you passed through in granting this dual citizenship right.
The Nigeria Diaspora Commission was actually set up by a law of parliament. So what we did was, the Nigerian parliament actually passed a bill that set up a diaspora commission. So we have legal backing to have the commission in place. And why did the parliament think this was necessary? Because, number one, our former president, President Olusegun Obasanjo, was the first to start the issue of diaspora coming together. So when he traveled abroad, it's like came up with the idea of let the Nigerians come together as Nigerians in the diaspora. Because we are looking at about 70 million Nigerians abroad. And that is the population of some countries put together. So he came up with the idea of diaspora organization, which is just an NGO, come together as Nigerians, let's see what we can do. So that started, then in Parliament, I happened to have been chairman, Parliament set up a committee on diaspora. Then we came up with the idea that it's important to have a commission, an agency, one-stop agency, to drive all the issues of diaspora. So one of the first things we did was to have a diaspora policy. You said you had a policy in 2013, but we were able to come up with a diaspora policy with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We worked with the ministry, our legal advisor, Madam Abiba, our legal advisor worked with the legal advisor in the ministry, and it was a lot of work, a lot of back and forth, but eventually we got a policy that has been ratified by the Federal Executive Council. So the policy has a definition, strategies, and a work plan, and an action plan. What do you want to achieve in 5 years? Long-term, medium-term, short-term strategies to achieve our goals for the diaspora. Engaging the diaspora, as you have known, of course, is very, very key. First is, there's always a presidential town hall meetings under President Buhari. So everywhere he goes, he meets with the diaspora. And then we have the Diaspora Day. It's July 25 every year. Now the Diaspora Day had been celebrated since the days of President Obasanjo when he set up the NIDO, Diaspora Organization. So every year we have the Diaspora Day, it's July 25. So it's the day for them to come together and celebrate themselves, and then we celebrate them. How can we encourage the diaspora to invest in their country? That was the idea of the investment summit. And again, we've had the first summit, and again, very, very successful. So they've been coming to set up in the field of medicine, agriculture, food business, education, ICT. Those are the areas that we've shown tremendous impact. We're talking about remittances. We're saying, imagine, we say we have 17 million Nigerians abroad. Imagine a million diasporas put together $1,000. We're talking about $1 million, where they can decide on an investment. We have too many Nigerians succeeding abroad. So why don't we document some of them? So when we turned 60, it was just like a conversation in the commission. We started compiling names, and we came up with this book. We call it Plus 600 Diaspora Icons at 60. Honestly speaking, I'm so proud of Nigerians anywhere they are.
We've looked forward to this particular meeting, and we thank you for the initiative. My chairman has spoken very extensively on our own mission as a commission. It's both a legal mandate and also a presidential mandate, like she has said. The issue of dual citizenship has helped our diaspora. The diaspora phenomenon, like you know, has the push factor and also the pull factor. And the global world being a village now, there are issues that control nations beyond the well-known diplomatic channels. They take, for example, the social media and the GSM, which an issue can be flogged on and thrown out, which will not pass through normal diplomatic channels because it is already in the media, the youths are latching on it, and it's all over the place. So diaspora engagement happens to be one of such issues, and like the chairman said, it's a 24/7 job. Every day we are interacting on an hourly basis. It defies time zones. It's also an ongoing thing, and particularly for us in Nigeria, the population outside is huge. It's more than populations of several countries. In Saudi Arabia, for example, as of today, there are over 1.5 million Nigerians, and they are involved in all kinds of investment issues there. So the idea is that, look, how can we engage with them and so that they do not forget home, they give back.
So the Central Bank of Nigeria is leading the improvement of the formal recognition of remittances into the country. Like you know, I'm sure you have the experience in Ethiopia. Many of the citizens are probably making remittances using informal channels. The challenge with that is that those funds cannot be used by the central bank strategically. So the funds come in through diverse means, unregistered companies, and you're not able to use them. So that's going to be a challenge that you will need to overcome. Another challenge you will need to overcome is the these fintech companies. There are many companies abroad who are receiving foreign currencies from your diaspora, and they are paying people in your local currency without the money even going through your central bank. That is one of the challenges of technology. I don't know if your central bank has a particular department that regulates fintechs, but something that you will need to look at. You need to be able to find out who are these people who are making this, these companies that are making these transfers, and find a way to regulate them and bring them so that the funds are channeled through your central bank. The Naira for dollar scheme added an additional 5 Naira for every dollar. So it created an incentive for people to send funds through the official scheme. But the way it works is that even though they use the official channels, the beneficiaries are actually paid in foreign currency. Some people like to hold their foreign currency. So that was what our people wanted, so we gave them that. So the IMTOs are not allowed to, okay, the IMTO means International Money Transfer Operators. They're not allowed to pay Naira. So the way it works is that the IMTOs are the ones who are global, who are on the street corners in global all over the world. They are the ones who are the go-between, the sender of the money, the remitters. So the IMTOs must work with our banks in Nigeria. So when they receive funds globally, they must channel it through a partner bank in Nigeria. And that partner bank in Nigeria is the one that will hand over the funds to the beneficiary of the funds.
The Nigerian diaspora is a very important issue in the foreign affairs, the foreign policy of the federal government of Nigeria, following the citizen diplomacy. So we take it very seriously, and I'm happy, and even the ministry is happy what they are doing. Even with the TV, the Diaspora TV, which has even given more publicity to the work of the Diaspora Commission, and the potentials of Nigerians we have abroad. Like as she also mentioned, we have so many of them abroad, and they're all successful. All over abroad, wherever we find Nigerians, they are doing greatly in medical, education, every facet of life. So I want to commend on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs the work the NICOM is doing, and I believe the study tour, the delegation here, I believe you will learn a lot from the experiences which they are sharing with us. Thank you very much.
And now onto the questions and answers session, which turned out to be very productive. Enjoy the interaction.
Is there a special package or incentive for the diasporas who are just participating in different investment sectors, in trade and tourism? Is there a special incentive in the investment and trade policy or other sectors? The third question that I want to raise is that, is there a regular meeting with the diasporas, especially who are participating in different developmental activities, in order to identify the challenges they face? These are all my questions. Thank you very much.
What are the legal relationship between the federal and these state diaspora person? How they work together? How they integrate together in managing the diaspora engagements in investment and also other knowledge and technology transfer? Yeah, that's what I need more. And the other is diasporas came and invest as a small, as a large group, or as an individual. So how the small and the large groups are organized? Is there any system, any establishment, or any incentive for those who came as groups? And
I have only one question to the central bank about the Naira for dollar initiative. How do you evaluate its effectiveness? My first question is, how do you evaluate its effectiveness? Has it decreased the prevalence of informal remittance inflow? One. But the other question related with this one is, who pays the naira for the dollar? Who pays it?
If the central bank is not driving regulation and surveillance and ideas, it's going to be a struggle. They understand the importance of formalizing remittances, so they should be at the forefront. So I would suggest that you will continue to engage with them and expose them to what other central banks are doing to improve remittances. Sometimes it's good for you to compare with your peers, peer-to-peer comparison, and say, look, these other people are able to achieve this. The money operators, the ones who bring money in, your central bank has to bring them to the table. Because if you have 30% coming formally, that's very, very low. And it could also be dangerous when money is coming to your country and you don't even know for what purpose and from whom the money is coming. It could actually be a security issue. So you need to find how to bring everyone to the table and say, we need to work together. The difference in your exchange rate is a very strong incentive not to use the formal channel. You say it's 30% difference. So if I send through the official channel, I get 100 units. If I send through the informal channel, I get 130 units. That's a strong incentive. That gap has to be narrow. It's just practical.
To the director of communication, how do you engage them? How do you disseminate information? How do you reach out to your diaspora?
Some of the push factors that made our citizens to be diasporans are negative. Some of them left because they felt marginalized, they felt unhappy with things at home and the like. And so there is this trust deficit that has to first of all be addressed. And in our own case here, with the president that we have presently, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, he is in the forefront of engaging directly with the diaspora through the presidential town hall meetings in all countries that he visits. And this lady, my CEO that you call commissioner, is on her foot 24/7. Sometimes I don't know whether this woman sleeps. At 2 a.m. I see a text from her. At 5 a.m. I see a text from her. And because of her continuous, constant engagement with our diaspora, a lot of the trust deficit that was created in the past seems to be crumbling. And every day in the commission, if she is in the office, there are like 20, 30 people from the diaspora calling, sending emails on our website, calling the staff. Sometimes it's just one simple answer to a question. It solves the trust deficit. So trust is very important. The second aspect from the questions you asked is on investments. We encourage the diaspora to invest as private sector people in Nigeria.
We have 36 states but Abuja. So every state now has a diaspora focal person. So when you come to us, okay, you're from some other any state in Nigeria, we link you with the person. So you can talk to the governor directly. Okay, you want to invest in housing, you want to invest in this and that. So we have decentralized the issue of diaspora.
Kudos to NIDCOM. We wish you more success. We are super proud of the commission and we hope to see a greater bond. And now on to our diasporan of the moment.
Our diaspora of the moment is Esther Agbaje. Esther Agbaje was born in St. Paul, Minnesota in March 19, 1985. Esther earned a BA in Political Science from George Washington University, an MPA from the University of Pennsylvania, and a JD from Harvard University. Her career experience includes working as an associate with the Cersei Collin Law Firm, a negotiator, and a program manager. She is a Nigerian-American attorney and a member of Minnesota House of Representatives. She's also a member of the Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party, DFL. She represents the District 59B, which includes includes portions of North and Downtown Minneapolis in Hennepin County. Esther previously served at the United States Department of State as a Foreign Service officer. She is an associate attorney with Cersei Culling, where she practices in general civil litigation and medical malpractice. Esther was elected to the Minnesota House of Representatives in 2020. She is the first Nigerian American elected to Minnesota's legislature. Congratulations, Esther Agbaje. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment.
And now over to Boy Alinko for some messages.
Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures. Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down. Do you have a job where you're going to? No, but someone is arranging, Listen, Alinko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
Thank you for staying all through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to do so, as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Instagram at NIDCOM_Gov, on our YouTube page at NIDCOM_Gov, on our Twitter page at NIDCOM_Gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network and NTA International on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m., on NTA International on Friday at 3:30 a.m., on NTA International on Saturday at 11 a.m. and on NTA News 24 on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m. and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. And you can join us on Ben TV London at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. I remain your host, Koinsala Adetumbi. See you next time.